Does anybody really know what time it is? Does anybody really care?
These portables' time frame of existence was supposed to be a few years, but as the years have gone by, the portables have actually increased. 200 now across the district. As the district has placed more and more portables or prefabs outside of main buildings at campuses all across Broken Arrow schools, temporary standalone classrooms produced by a shoestring budget have become seemingly permanent eyesores for over 3 decades, with issues from leaking roofs, heating and air inefficiency, to security and mold concerns. The district has given new meaning to the term outsource for how it has handled its growing enrollment. The 2009 Broken Arrow School Bond election wants to make sure the time has come and gone for these makeshift classrooms, as the bond issue calls for the removal of the district's over 200 portables so that these schools and classrooms can look like these brand new classroom facilities at Country Lane 45, so that these approximately 750 square foot classrooms and portables can become like these 900 square foot classrooms at new schools in Broken Arrow Public Schools.
We are thrilled to be at the 4th and 5th grade center this year. I've heard many positive comments from the teachers on how beneficial it has been to be in an enclosed building this year. There's so many advantages. The atmosphere that we're creating here has been one of just sort of calm after having been in prefabs for the last 2 or 3 years at both Liberty and Country Lane.
Time keeps on slipping into the future.
While the portables have obvious signs of time passage on the outside, there are also many not so obvious slippages of time happening on the inside of a portable classroom. That should actually bring more concern to moms and dads. The time it takes to put coats on inside a portable, to walk to a bathroom or main office or cafeteria in the main building. The time it takes to dry off after walking to or from the main building in the rain. The extra time spent on portable-related issues and not on instruction.
The bond passing for Linwood, I think, would be huge. I always think that Linwood doesn't reflect on the outside what it is on the inside. We have great faculty, we have great kids, but we really don't have the facilities that allow us to really make the most of that. The prefabs themselves are very old, the facilities are very poor, the shared bathrooms, we have lots of issues there. And the kids themselves are very cramped, having gone to Country Lane and seen just the space that they had and the storage that they had there. We really don't have that. We have backpacks piled up on the middle of the floor and coats of the same, and there are all kinds of issues then that arise from that.
Raindrops are falling on my head.
There are obvious weather issues. Have you ever heard rain or hail hit a tin roof while you're trying to teach little kids?
Things that are a little bit more difficult to regulate are like weather issues. When hail comes, it is torture in a prefab during a hailstorm. The kids go crazy. It's a very frightening experience, and everything echoes very badly in a prefab.
Not so obvious concerns come in the form of what ifs. What if a tornado hits nearby? How will these structures handle a big wind? How will these kids handle a tornado warning take coverage situation? Notice the pretzel logic of a tornado drill for a student in a portable. And there are 5,300 plus students in Broken Arrow School's portables every single day. As the drill bells sound, kids go outside into where the storm would be, so they can all pile through a couple of doors into the main building, where the permanent walls of a main building make it a much safer place to be for kids during a storm.
This campus is 35 years old, and they've gone through a flood, and you can tell that this is not the structures that you would want your kids educated in Broken Arrow.
Time keeps on slipping.
So whether it's about time to give our students a safer learning environment, or it's about time given back to instruction that is lost on drying off after a rain or putting on a coat before going to the bathroom, or it's about time to remove over 3-decade-old inefficient structures that leak and have mold, many say it's about time the school district does something about the portable situation.
I think the Linwood teachers have done a really good job using what they have. They're very resourceful, and no matter what I ask them to do, they find a way to make it work. But at the same time, there are huge limitations to being in a prefab. I personally taught there myself and compared it to many years at a fairly new building, and the differences are huge.
Does anybody really know what time it is?
The 2009 Broken Arrow School Bond election on December 8th calls for the removal of portables. Students and staff alike say it's about time. Vote December 8th. For more information, log on to www.baschools.org or check out Broken Arrow Public Schools on Facebook or follow BA Schools on Twitter.